Houses of Morrowind dropped on April 5th, and we were all real happy like around here, being that we are Dunmer and we live in Morrowind, but there was something missing. There was House Telvanni's magics and the tribunal temples, big critters, and of course House Lalu and their plotting, House Dagoth and those weirdos in the woods and them big critters, and that other house that, people talk about. But you see, something was missing. The secret sixth house of Morrowind. Well, we here with this supplemental set is gonna write that. That's why we're proud to bring you House Sodius, the sixth and missing house from Houses of Morrowind. Brought to you by the same people who brought you the other five. House 6, House Sodius, is where it's going on. We may be the forgotten people of Morrowind, but we have not been forgotten in our own hearts. And now we're making a big impact on the game with our new mechanic, mining. Mining is a new keyword special to House Sodius that says, if this creature's controller emoted in the last 30 seconds, this creature's got to get attacked. When I say emote, I mean any of them fancy little things you have your avatar say in the middle of the game when you're feeling a little salty. Because as they all know, down here, salt's a way of life. Or devil's sugar, as the Northlanders call it. That's how we roll. So when a creature's got mining, like this here fella I'm about to show you, you take advantage of that powerful emote opportunity you've already been using this entire time. See, a good player from House Sodius likes to spam his emotes at his opponent all day, every day. And that's why I am super excited to bring you the very first representative of House Sodius. I present Bad Manners. This card right here is a 1/5 for 4. And like everything in House Sodius, it moves a little slow to get the damage done. But you see there, it's got mining. Which means if your opponent's doing his job, and he's spamming emotes, and he controls one of these bad boys, you're going to have to attack it each turn. And the first time it gets attacked, in fact, every time it gets attacked, it gets warred. So this is exactly the kind of card this game needs to encourage positive interaction between players. Your opponent's going to be saying, buy the egg, a fine battle, and stuff like that. And you're going to say, well, I better kill that, but you're going to find yourself quickly unable to do so, which is how House Sodius does it. Now, like I said before, here at House Sodius, we try to take life in stride. Except when we're salty, of course, in which case, we don't. But salt's a way of life here. So, this creature right here, the Master of Salt, is the first legendary creature card I'm going to be presenting from House Sodius in the new Supplemental Houses of Morrowind, the 6th House of Morrowind expansion set. You see, whenever this feller here is attacked, you can add 10 seconds to your turn timer for the rest of the game. Now you're going to find that this interacts real positive like with a whole bunch of the stuff we're already doing here at House Sodius. But on top of that, what you're also getting is another way to bring the salt to Morrowind. I'm also super excited to present to you Rope Master. Rope Master is one of those kind of cards you're going to drop in the early game and your opponent's going to say, well, I ain't got to worry about that because it's a 1-drop. Well, in our supplemental expansion introducing House Sodius, that's all going to change. Rope Master right here is a 1/3 for 1, which is already a fantastic stat line competing with one of the best cards in the game, that Mudcrab Merchant feller. But the thing about this guy is, the game goes on for long enough, and I mean long enough, this critter gets even bigger, okay? Because part of the House Sodius strategy, and this is something I know is going to be real popular with all you fans of the game out there, is taking advantage of every minute you can in this game to increase the maximum amount of salt that you're bringing to the table, because people love salt. This guy here starts as a 1/3, he ends up a 2/4 if you end your turn by running out the clock. Now you got to be careful with this because you don't want to, run every turn out the clock and then just miss the game out entirely. That's why you alt-tab and do something different while you're playing. But if you run out the turn the first time, 2/4, turn 1, that's amazing stats. You keep doing this, this creature gets big as it can be. And since there's really no point in winning the game when you're playing House Sodius, you're just trying to screw with your opponent, you could take this guy up to 43 if I done my math right. Rope Master is a great card and one I'm proud to be bringing to Elder Scrolls Legends. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I was just getting ready to go out and do some salt hunting. You see, salt, besides being a way of life, is also just what we feed on entirely here. Salt fuels our lives. I mean, if it weren't for salt, I wouldn't get up in the morning. I live each and every minute of my day to present as much salt to my enemies as possible. And of course, sometimes the salt gets to me as well. I got high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and all that is, of course, a consequence of my massive daily salt intake. But that's how you do it here in House Sodius. If you don't do it like that, why are you playing the game? I'm not playing this game to have fun. I'm playing this game to get angry. And that's why I play House Sodius.